This is the Neporal Magicglow rechargeable light bulbs. Pack of 4. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the instruction pamphlet, the 4 bulbs. As you see, there's a cap that can screw on with a hook on it so you can hang them up. 2 USB charge cables, USB to USB-C, and 2 remote controls. They're not paired to any bulbs in particular. One remote can operate all 4 of them, or if you got 2 in one room, you can use one remote for that room and the other for the other. And that's pretty much it. Let me tell you a little bit about these bulbs, and then of course we'll test them out. Make no mistake, these are not emergency bulbs. They can screw into a regular socket, regular light socket. They can screw in, but they're not going to do anything in there. They don't charge, they don't power up or turn on, or do absolutely anything if you put them in a regular light socket. They must be controlled either with the remote or using the buttons on them, which I'll show you in a little bit. So again, these are not emergency bulbs, but can be used in areas where you don't have any power and can look the part of a regular light bulb. So these bulbs here have 3 different color temperatures. There's kind of a warm white, medium-ish white, and a cool white. They're dimmable. They are remote controlled, or you can press the button on them. As you see right there, there is your charging port. The sides here are going to light up in red while it's charging, and will go green when it's charged. They will light up for up to 20 hours. Let's break that down. 20 hours. This bulb, 20 hours? No. Will not last 20 hours. This bulb, at the lowest brightness, will last about 5 hours. That bulb, at the lowest brightness, will be another 5. That one, another 5. That one, another 5. There's your 20 hours. These bulbs have a 15, 30, 60, or 120 minute timer on them, and they are 15 watt or essentially 60 watt equivalent incandescent bulbs. I don't know why we really still use that convention, because incandescents are done and people don't remember anything from 6 months ago, much less 3 years ago. They will put out up to 800 lumens at the highest brightness. When you recharge them, once again, they do not charge from the electrical socket at all whatsoever. You must plug them in USB in order to charge them, and they will recharge in 4 hours. To operate the bulbs, they have a button on them. It's a touch button right there. Press and hold that power button and it lights up. That's cool white. Press it again. Press it again. So you had your cool, your warm, and kind of your medium-ish light. Press again for it to turn off. It didn't look very bright. It does go brighter. Press and hold, turn on. Then press and hold again. There you go. Now it gets nice and bright. Press, 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 and it goes back off, and it remembers the brightness it was set to. You can screw on these caps. They have metal contacts in there, but they don't do anything. They're just caps. So you can hang it, because it's got a hook on it. And then you can reach up to the bulb, hold the button, and it turns on. Or you can use the remote control to control the bulbs. So let's put this into use. So here's an unused light socket. I got this little bulb here. It screws in. It's just a regular light bulb. Just to show you the socket works. There you go. So that's fine. And now, if I take the Neporal Magicglow bulb, we can go ahead and screw that in the socket, just like you would any other light bulb, and nothing happens. You can leave it there. It'll work. You can go ahead and turn it on with the remote, or press the button on it, and it'll turn on, and it'll work like a light bulb, but you got to touch it or use the remote to turn them on and off, and you got to take them down and plug them in USB when you're going to charge them. But let's see what kind of light it puts out. Okay, I just have daylight and a little light coming in from the other room there. We'll go ahead and turn this light on. Now, I can use the remote, and the remote works fine, but you see that they turn on, and the one I have hanging does too. I want to just show you the one bulb. So here's just the one bulb, which I'm going to have to control manually, which is fine. And there it is. That is cool white at the very lowest brightness. You got light to see. It's not bad. We're going to brighten that all the way up to, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and change the color temperature. Warm white, kind of a neutral white, and off. We'll turn it back on. Now I'm going to brighten it all the way up to full brightness. You should see a difference. My camera, of course, is going to readjust for that. But let's go ahead and raise that up. And there you go. That is enough light to definitely see around. Let me show you. Just that one light bulb is lighting up this entire area as you see it there. And of course you can change the color temperature as you see fit. And there's all four of them on at the highest brightness. You get plenty of light if you're going to do that. And of course, if you spread these around in an area in one room and kind of put them in like a square configuration, you should get some pretty nice light output. So these bulbs do exactly what they're supposed to do when used as directed for their intended purpose. I think their representation and implementation leave some things to be desired. I, like you, would look at this and say, oh, it's a regular light bulb I could screw in, I could turn it on and off, and it's rechargeable, it'll go on during a power outage. It's not what it does. But it will take the place in a broken light socket real well, or any other area using the hook like that. You could also just take it with you, carry it, and have it kind of as a flashlight, and it'll work for that. It's great for power outages because we're all going to have one eventually. You never do know, especially these days where they're trying to charge just about everything. There's probably going to be more blackouts as time goes on, so you're probably going to need something like this. Always good to be prepared. Better to have and not need than need and not have. So once again, this was the Neporal Magicglow rechargeable light bulbs. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find this item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.